Hello, good evening. This evening I am casting Ian, Sid, who's very kindly commissioned me to make a headpiece of him, and has also even more kindly agreed to be YouTubed, being cast. So I'm just going to go through it. It'll take about half an hour or so, so I'll probably do it in a couple of sessions. Okay, carry on. Right. Now you sitting comfortably, and you need to be sitting slightly more upright. Are you okay like that?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. The first layers are quite slow. If at any time you feel uncomfortable or panicky or worried or anything, we just take it off and we do it again some other time. And I blackmail you because I could help Phil.
Yeah, you didn't make it.
Have you been on YouTube before?
Not me, no.
Do you work up in London?
Yes. Cannon Street Station.
Are you free on Wednesday night after work?
I'm not
It's
sure.
just, well, if you're interested, I just need to check somebody might have come back and claimed it. It's just that Stacey, who is the model for Perfect Fit, I can't turn around, but it's in the corner. Her piece is in the erotic art show.
Oh, you sent me the details of that, yeah.
Yeah. And she can't make the opening, so I bought her and a friend tickets, and she can't make it because she's got a cover at work. And so
I
I've
think
got.
I'm on late because I.
What time's late?
Oh, 8ish. Because I'm going to the art fair on Thursday anyway, at the Business Design Centre. We've got
That's
tickets
usually really
for that.
good. Yeah. Mind you, having said that, I don't know whether it's sort of erotic that would be up your alley.
Yeah.
Because it's such a subjective thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there's that yearly one. They do that yearly, or
It's a new thing, but they're hoping to do it yearly. I love Annie Lennox. What a word.
I love the albums.
She's got a daughter who's a model now, hasn't she?
Well, I'm not surprised because she's
She was always so striking,
absolutely. Even with the short hair and ginger period and that, it was always.
Yeah. My best friend at college, Marcy, was totally in love with her. You know, being at Brighton, they had a big following like that, and just totally obsessed with her. I remember seeing I Only Want to Be With You, and that energy.
Oh, I think that even the early stuff, though. But her own albums are great as well.
I sort of wasn't so into them. I think it was just sort of, you know, when I was young, that was just the right stuff for me. I think I'm a few years older than you, so it's
Yeah, and you're
just slightly different.
What are you? I'm 46. So.
Oh, I'm 48.
Yeah, so not a lot.
Oh no, I thought you were a lot younger than me.
Oh, thanks.
See, I flatter everybody who
Yeah,
commissions me.
yeah.
No, but I did. I thought you were. Oh, you're from well, boy. Right, I've now covered your back down here with that, and I'm going to do your head. The trouble about the head thing, particularly if you're using these things, is that the plaster sometimes droops and it's quite hard to get it to stay in place. So it feels a bit odd, but don't worry about it. I just have to hold it there for a minute. That camera's really at the wrong angle for this bit. I might move it for a minute. Stay down and just move the camera a bit out here. That's better. Whoops. You okay?
Yeah.
So what time do you have to start work in the morning?
I'm in by 7.
Really?
Yeah.
7?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm getting up then.
I get up about
I don't feel like a martyr getting up.
I get up about 5:15, 5:30, something like that.
So what time do you have to go to bed?
It varies really. So it depends what sort of I've been doing and what I mean.
Yeah. Try not to move your head as you put
Sorry.
Sorry. Gosh, that's early. Bloody hell. Sorry. No.
You'd be amazed how many people go up that early though in the morning on the trains and that.
Yeah. Well, Peter gets up at 5:45, but that's just because he's mad. And he likes being up early in the morning and having quiet time to himself to do stuff and exercise and get that all out of the way. But then he usually falls asleep by about 8:30 in the evening. Whereas I work until about 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and then get up at 7. But I have my evening in the morning, so I first thing after I've dropped Thea to school, I go off to walk the dog and have a really nice hour or so walking the dog and just loving the countryside around here, and do that then, and then sort of work in the evening. Well, I work during the day, but I go into the evening, so I'd rather do that. Actually get outside while it's daylight. This music takes me back so much. So when did you go to uni?
I didn't.
Oh, didn't you?
No. I sort of failed my A-levels and then basically joined NatWest when I was 18.
Yeah.
And did a year there, and then a friend of mine said, "Well, you should move to the foreign banks. They pay more money."
Yeah.
And I wasn't very happy at NatWest. They were messing me about a bit over a course and that. So I looked around and I moved to where I am. And I'm now in my 27th year.
Wow. Is there an enforced retirement age with you lot, or is it changing now?
An enforced what, sorry?
Retirement age.
Oh, I mean, I think people just work now till what they're going to have to, but
yeah,
we're supposed to be till 65, but most people want to try and get out a bit earlier than that if they can.
Yeah.
But it all depends now on what sort of scheme you're on.
Yeah. I'm just reinforcing. The back's actually totally covered now.
Okay.
So we're about between a third and halfway through. The face is more complex actually, so it's more actually. You're doing very well. Is it heavy?
No, it's fine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I can feel it stiffening up though.
Yeah. Well, it's holding its shape now quite well. Just that I find when I'm having my face cast and head cast that the back's sort of bearable. The front isn't, it's slightly harder. And so I try and make sure that I've spent as much time getting this bit sorted so that when you've got the front done, you come out immediately. Because it just seems to me that that's a nicer way to do it. should have kept a record of everybody I've cast. It'd be interesting to know how many people.
Did you not go back and do them all, or
Sorry?
do you remember them all?
Well, I started when I was at college casting Marcia,
No.
my friend who was in love with Annie Lennox, and unfortunately I've lost touch with her, which is a real shame. And she was somebody who didn't like her father, I think, so she didn't have a surname. She decided not to use his surname, so it's very hard to find somebody with that surname. Yeah. And she was lovely. Yeah, if Marcia, if you've got to see this, and you want to get in touch with me, please do. She's lovely, and so I cast her for a while, and then when I ended up in teaching, I used to cast students quite a lot. And in fact, I've had some students and ex-students who are now in their 40s. The oldest one I think is 43, something like that, who've been in touch with me on Facebook to say, Leah, I've got these pictures of me casting my leg or something. One of the funniest ones I enjoyed doing was one of my ex-students, her sister was a Commonwealth swimmer. So the student was called Laura, and her sister Julie Gould was a Commonwealth swimmer. And she came into our studio at school so that her sister and I could cast her. And she wore her swimming cap and her goggles.
Oh, right.
So it's a really, really fabulous cast. I'd like to do that again. I tried contacting Sharon Davis to see if I could cast her, but she didn't get back to me. Mind you, Sharon Davis, you probably want to cast her body because she's beautiful. Right, I think that is now totally done. Let's see. Fabulous. How are you feeling?
Okay, fine, yeah. It's a very strange feeling.
A bit stiff, okay. Right, I'm going to move this again because we've done the back now. Actually, I'm going to stop there. Okay, stop.